Hi everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and welcome to more adventures with American Truck Simulator and in particular the Oklahoma DLC. Today is a big day. We're going to do a trivia episode asking 6 questions about the Sooner State as we drive around here with our trailer loaded up with used packaging. We'll be doing 2 deliveries as this first one is only a couple of hours up to Adrmore. We're in McAllister right now, so let's get underway. If you're not familiar with the trivia episodes we've done in this series before, basically this is a series of 6 questions, multiple choice, and no, you're just kind of all on honor system and stuff like that. See how many can you get right and how do you do. Right now, by the way, in game time, it's about 10 o'clock at night on Friday evening. This will be a double header, so we're going to take this load of used packaging, the tandem trailer from McAllister, where we are, up to Adrmore. Then I'm going to look for one more delivery. Hopefully I don't wipe anything out on that side there. Just made it. These things are long. I haven't driven a tandem trailer for a while, so who knows what adventures we are up to. Along the way, however, in this first delivery, we will need to sleep as well because we have got about 2.5 hours worth of energy, and it is dark. As we can see, we're not going to quite make it the whole way there before we get sleepy. There is a rest area about halfway to Adrmore that we'll be pulling off and grabbing some sleep at. So I'm going to kind of navigate our way out of the town here. This is always the hardest part with these tandem trailers is the beginning part here. We got a right and then a left. We're probably on the sidewalks here just a little bit, maybe. No, you didn't see that. Let's take it. I'm not taking these as wide as I need to. There we go. That's a little better on that one. Oh, more turns. Anyway, we should be on the highway shortly here, and then we'll start off with our first 2 trivia questions. Get ready. Alrighty, we are on our way to Adrmore now. It's a little bit after 10, well, creeping up on 10:30 in the evening here on Friday night game time. And let's get our first 2 trivia questions. Again, I'll ask trivia questions. I have multiple choice. See how many of the 6 you can get right. And don't worry, some of these are super hard. There's one in particular that I think is kind of random in here too. But let's start off with a first trivia question about Oklahoma. Question number 1, where does the word Oklahoma come from? This has been a question we've asked a lot in the state trivia questions. We've got 4 possibilities. Answer A, it is a Choctaw word meaning red people. Okla, red, and Homa, people. Or B, it's a combination of the English word okay and a Spanish slang la Homa, which means the home. Oklahoma people would use this term when coming inside after a long day at work on the farm. Okay, la Homa. And that became Oklahoma over time. Or C, third possibility, it's an Arapo word meaning land of Okra, Oklahoma. Or D, no one knows the origin of the word Oklahoma. So those are your 4 choices. If you need to hear them again, you can replay the video. We'll come back and give the answer shortly to this first one. Question number 2, however, and by the way, this is challenging to drive and read these questions, especially this next one is long, so hopefully, oh, we're getting off here pretty soon, actually. I don't know where we're going. It must be just changed to a different road. Oh, right, our rest area is up here and stuff like that, too. But question number 2, I'll be right back for question number 2 because I've got a little bit of paying attention to do. We're going to exit, and then I want to get into the rest area, and I don't think it's going to work to read the question and get into the rest area at the same time. So we've pulled off here in the rest area looking for the place to sleep. These are always tricky to navigate with these tandem trailers here. Looks like we've got a nice easy spot to pull into and park up over here. Hopefully this one will register for us. It's crowded at night here now. Oh, we gotta see if we can find a spot. You're getting tired? Yes, we're looking for a place to rest. He kind of was. I should have gone around all the way there, but I think we can do this. Oh, we're gonna have to back up with this too, but give it to us. Let us sleep. Come in. Come in, come in. We're taking up like 4 spots. This is not the right way to do this. We're never going to get out of here, and it's not registering for us. I hope that Dow truck leaves eventually. It is not letting us sleep here, and we have completely messed this up. What was I thinking? Oh, look at that. There's a truck right here, too. Okay. Well, I think what I can do, however, is... Whoops, sorry, we drive. I think I can detach the trailer here. Decoupling. And then it should let us sleep. There we go. Now we can sleep. I should have probably detached it and then slept, but let's see if it looks a little bit different when we wake up. Hopefully it does. The Dow's still here and that trailer's still there. Oh my god, we created kind of complete mess here for us. Okay, let's Hooking the trailer up here. First thing, we got to get the trailer hooked up. Okay, that's the first step. I don't want to rest. T for trailer. Let's pull forward. How do we sort this out? T. Okay. Okay, so we are all hooked up. And now the question is, how do I clear this mess up? Hopefully, we can just back up. Let's see what happens. I can't really see. And one of my rules is we have to stay in the truck when we back up here. This could be very interesting here. Hopefully, we can just undo what we did. It's looking actually pretty good back there. We seem to be staying straight. I don't know what's behind us, but I think we're okay. Could possibly go wrong. Come on, let's get out of here. So far, nothing's crashing. The trailers are getting all messed up. But if I can just get by the trailer on this side, or whoops, what did we hit? Hit something. We're fine. Come on. We got this. I hope we can get out of this. This actually is a little bit of a problem here. I think we can just go for it, though. We don't want to push it over. Look, those trailers are getting a little messed up back there. God, don't do this at home. If a real driver's looking at this, I can tell they're just shaking their head in shame. But I just want to clear this here. Yeah, this wasn't the most well thought out rest area. And I think we're good now, right? So if we go, turn our windshield wipers on too. If we go this way, I think we're good now. Just got to clear the front of this trailer. I think we can make it. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah. No worries. Alright, there we go. So we'll get back out on the highway. We'll get going with the trivia episode here shortly. We'll go question number 2. Looks like we just can make a right out here. No worries there. That actually worked out pretty well. Back on the road, about an hour left in this delivery. We've now loaded up and sleep. We should be good for the rest of the episode. Let's go to question number 2. So, if you're not familiar with this, if you're, for example, not from the United States, you might not know this, but college American football, not soccer, but American football, is incredibly popular in particular in the southern half of the United States, the bottom half of the United States. And the Oklahoma University football team is called the Sooners. And the question for this one is, and it's a well-known nickname, most Americans would know that. The question is, where does this term come from? So, first, A, it is a slang term for sinners, which was a derogatory term used by people in the town of Oklahoma, in the state, to ridicule the rich college kids who went to the university. The university decided in 1911 to launch a poll, kind of a little contest, to nickname the sports team, and Sooners wasn't one on the list, but all the students thought it would be really funny to write it in, and it won. And so that meant that going forward, the university decided to honor it, and after that point, Oklahoma was always known as the Oklahoma Sooners, aka the Sinners. B, that's answer A. B is people who jumped the gun in the 1889 land rush. So in 1889, in order to open up expansion in the United States, they had a famous Oklahoma land rush. And people had to wait for a gun before they could race out and stake their claim to a piece of land. And you're supposed to wait for the gun, but so many people jumped the gun, and they were called the Sooners. Get it? They went too soon. And that's where the Oklahoma Sooners nickname comes from. Or C, Oklahoma farmers called themselves the Sooners because they started their workday so early. It was a term of pride among the agricultural community in Oklahoma, so the university decided to name their football team the Oklahoma Sooners after that farming and agricultural tradition to honor the people. Or D, Soona is a Native American word for tornadoes, and tornadoes are very common in the state of Oklahoma. Truck. Gah! Crash vehicle. Okay, didn't see him. Ticking me off, little Jeep dude. I don't know why I had the right of way. I was in the intersection. Anyway, okay, we're going on. There's that question. If you need to hear him again, go back and you can listen to him one more time. We'll come back with the answers momentarily once we get down the road a little bit here and I get my nerves back under control after smashing into the Jeep. Alrighty, we are back. for our answers to questions number 1 and 2. See how many you can get right. I'm wondering if anyone can get all 6 right. I think a couple of these are pretty tricky, but A, where does the word Oklahoma come from? So first question, where does the word Oklahoma come from? A, the Choctaw word meaning red people. B, it's a combination of OK and Lahoma. Or C, it is the Arapaho word meaning land of okra. Or D, nobody knows. Correct answer is A, it is the Choctaw word meaning red people. Strong Native American roots in the state of Oklahoma. And so that's the origin of the root. As we've seen with some other states too, Native American traditions playing a part in the naming of the land. Well, it's not my best corner here. I'd say that worked out pretty well, surprisingly. Question number 2, the answer. Oklahoma University football team's nickname, does it come from a slang term for sinners that was voted in by the student body, people who jumped the gun in the 1889 land rush, the fact that Oklahoma farmers called themselves the Sooners, and that was to honor them, or the Native American word Suna, which means tornadoes? Take your pick. The answer is B, people who jumped the gun in the 1889 land rush. Apparently that was a crazy thing, right? They all lined up and this gun went off and then people raced out and staked a claim to some land. And we actually have question number 3 coming up shortly is about that. So we'll continue on with there. But anyway, we've got about 10 minutes or so left. Adrmore discovered 5 out of 10 in the Sooner State achievement. That's actually the achievement in the game is named after that nickname as well. So we'll be at our destination here soon. I might try to back this one up, depending upon how challenging it looks. I've been trying to get better at backing up the tandem trailers, and so I might give it a shot. But we'll see you as we get closer to our first final destination. Then we'll do a little bit longer one here and do 4 more trivia questions. This is kind of cool. We're at some kind of a Walmart facility here, and I had to check in for this one too. We've got used packaging. I'm not sure why used packaging is such a big deal here, but we're going to go in here and then see where we need to park this. Am I going to go right or left? This feels like it might be something that would be interesting to try. I'm not sure if I'm going to try it because the trivia episodes, I can do anything. Right over there. Really? Oh, I feel like we need to give it a try, right? It's just right there. Okay, we'll give it a try. Worst case is, I think, because it's accessible, that we'll be able to kind of go through, and if we screw it up, we'll be able to give it another shot there. It's just right there, though. It's got a very short angle, doesn't it? I don't know if we'll be able to do that. I might just go in and just give up, because I don't know if we're going to have enough room in front of that to be able to do it. But let's see what we can do here. If I can make this corner here. So here is the shot for it. Unfortunately, that trailer is parked right in front of it. If it weren't, I think we might actually have a pretty good chance to just back straight up into it. I am going to give one shot. I'm going backwards. It seems to be curving in. I'm watching it in that top mirror there, but I think we kind of messed up the angle with the tandem trailer here. What's it doing? Oh yeah, it's even got a double hitch back there too. I feel like that's not going to work, right? If we look at it this way. Yeah. Alrighty. Turned it in for 0 experience, as much as I hate to do that. We could have probably gotten 25 if we had gone the other way, but oh well. $3,000, 3,800. We should hit, yes, level 28. We are an instructor now, which means we get another skill point. Let's go just-in-time delivery. Get a little bonus for those there. Actually, sorry, I'm going to go fuel economy. I don't think either of these two matter too much. So we'll just kind of get a little bit of bonuses there. Cruisin Oklahoma, our 5th event now. I'll pick up a new delivery and we're going to go finish our trivia episode. Alrighty, I found a backhoe loader to take from Adrmore, the southern part of Adrmore down here, all the way up to Oklahoma City. It's just over 100 miles, which will qualify us for the event. And there's 2 question marks in Adrmore I want to pick up while we're here as well. So as we're kind of driving around Adrmore picking those up, we'll do 2 trivia questions, and we'll do the last 2 trivia questions on the way up to Oklahoma City. Let's get busy. We'll connect as we get out. Actually, we can do the first 2 questions, I think, right now, because we just got to get out of here and then back out onto the highway. And we don't have any trailer with us, which should make driving considerably easier than it was with the tandem there. So let's go as we're kind of making our way through Adrmore here. Let's go to question number 3. So this is a question about that land rush that I mentioned in the previous question. So it says, during the 1889 land rush, basically where Oklahoma City stands and where Guthrie now stand. These two cities are. Check our cab here. Let's let us out. There we go. Where these two cities stand. In 1889, these two places were complete prairies. They were absolutely empty. There was nobody there. And so during part of the land rush, these got settled. So basically had this gunfire off. All these people went out and they started claiming plots of lands and buildings started to go up and all this kind of stuff. And the question is, how long did it take Oklahoma City and the city of Guthrie to go from prairie land to a full town city of 10,000 people? And was it A, 2 months, B, 1 month, C, 1 week, or D, 1 day? So they have this. I'll ask questions again later. I'll kind of give the answer. Okay, let's go to our question number 4. Can we go here? Okay. It's hard to ask questions and drive. Playing trivia and driving is not easy if you haven't done it. I encourage you to try it. I had plenty of room to get out, and I just sat here and waited. But question D. Oklahoma is famous, that might not be the right word, but it's well known for its tornadoes. It's in Tornado Alley, and although it doesn't have as many tornadoes as Texas, it has more tornadoes per square mile than any other city, any other state in the United States. So it's number 1 for tornadoes per square mile of land. So lots of tornadoes, especially strong tornadoes. Now, the question then is, for this one here, I just want to make sure I make the right turn. Okay. The highest wind speed ever recorded on Earth, the whole planet, was in Moore, Oklahoma on May 3rd, 1999, during an Oklahoma City F5, and that's a category, massive tornado that hit Oklahoma City. Question is, what was the airspeed measured? Was it A, 207, speed trap, A, 207 miles per hour, 333 kilometers per hour. B, 590 miles per hour, 949 kilometers per hour, if you're thinking in kilometers. C, 318 miles per hour, which is 511 kilometers per hour. Or D, 132 miles per hour, which is 212 kilometers per hour. Why are we not... Wait a second here. 1 second. Why did we... God, we skipped our question marks. That's a bummer. Wanted to get them too. What if we tapped on them again here? 1, 2. Yeah, we can just get off to the right here and do it. We're going to do it. We're going to go for the question marks. Because I want to kind of get them while we're here. I must have screwed up and unchecked them as I was kind of explaining where we were going. But it'll add a little bit here. Hour and 14 minutes to our destination, but that's okay. We got plenty of time here. So we'll be back momentarily after we get a little bit closer around town here to give the answers to questions number 3 and 4. Alrighty, we are back on the highway after exploring Adrmore for a while. It takes forever with the traffic lights and stuff like that. It took me about 15 minutes in real life, 10 minutes in real life to go around and pick up those 2 question marks. We've got a recruiting agency and then a Kenworth dealership to pick up, so we eliminated a couple of question marks in the state, which is always nice to do. And now for our answers to trivia questions number 3 and 4. Let's see if anyone will be perfect after this round. Question number 3 was, during the land rush of 1889, how long did it take Oklahoma and Guthrie to go from prairie land to a city of 10,000 people each? Correct answer was it 2 months, 1 month, 1 week, or 1 day? The correct answer is D, 1 day. These places went from prairie. It must have been just an amazing thing to see all these people on horses just flying across the prairie and staking land and stuff like that. And that's of course connected to the Sooner kind of element there. And apparently the Sooners were looked down upon for cheating, if you would, for going to first. And then when the university named themselves the Sooners, they went going from like a negative thing to a positive thing. But anyway, go figure on that part. But that answer is D. Third question done. Anybody still perfect? Question number 4 was our wind speed question. Highest wind speed ever recorded on the planet Earth. 1999 in Moore, Oklahoma. The question is, they're going to stop sign too. Okay. The question is, what was it? Was it 207 miles per hour, 590 miles per hour, 318 miles per hour, 132 miles per hour? The correct answer is 318 miles per hour, which, if you're thinking in kilometers, is 511. Absolutely insane. I can't imagine how fast that is. I don't think I think I've probably experienced 100 mile an hour winds, but that's 3 times that. That's just so destructive. I can't imagine what that would be like. And of course, Oklahoma is in that tornado alley in the United States, and one of the states known for its destructive tornadoes there. So question number 4, still perfect. Now, obviously, the idea is, can you do these without looking them up, right? Because you can look them up and it's pretty easy and stuff like that. But we'll be back. We'll go pick up our trailer out here, and then we'll get on the highway here for questions number 5 and 6. This guy is getting all nervous here. I don't feel like there's going to be police out here, but you never know, I guess. All right, now this looks like a dirt road, and thank you. Oh, it's not. Okay, forget it. I was going to say thank you to everybody who posted about raising up my suspension to remove damage on gravel roads. And I just did that before this episode here, so I'm thinking we'll be a little bit safer if we have to end up on gravel. And I wouldn't be surprised if, here we go, let's see if it worked. I'm taking it a little bit more slowly, too. Yeah, okay. That worked. I don't know if it was the speed or the suspension, but one of the two worked, so that's good. Looks like a quarry we've got here. We're picking up this backhoe loader. Anyway, we'll get in here and pick it up, and then we'll get on our way. Oops. Okay, yeah. But it was, maybe we need to... Oh, damage 6%. What the heck? Maybe I need to raise it up more. We were doing so well. We hit a couple of big bumps there and didn't get any damage, and I thought we were doing okay. Now we're up to 6% damage. It's making me a bit nervous here. I feel like we might need to go get this repaired on the way. But anyway, it's 100 miles. We'll see. Here is our backhoe loader. Let's get this hooked up and get on our way. See if we can get out of here without destroying the truck. All right. Oh, this is, yeah, backhoe loader is all hooked up. Let's see if we could probably do a U-turn and get out of here. Yeah, we'll do a U-turn, get out of here. We'll see as we get out on the road here. And then we'll do trivia questions number 5 and 6. These, I think, might be some of the trickier ones, too. God, damage 7%. Let me try... make it a little bit higher. Okay. Raise it up another notch there. See if that helps. I don't know where you... I know... So I found the buttons. S and R raises up the suspension, but I don't see... I haven't looked to check, actually, if there's a place where you can check to see what it actually is set at. Should probably... Must be in here somewhere. But let's see if that helps a little bit. 7% damage. That's pretty good. I did find a mechanic on the way. We'll stop as we get into Oklahoma City. We'll have to kind of deal with it for this delivery here. Whoa, a lot of bumps here, but not much we can do about it. Back on the highway, a little bit over an hour left. It took us about 40 minutes to get from there back onto the highway. We're going to go through Adrmore again on the highway, then up to Oklahoma City in the center part of the state here. Should give us our 6th city, by the way. So let's do trivia question number 5. I'm curious to see if anyone will get all 6 of these. Be sure to post down below how you did. Question number 5 is a shorter one. Which of the following is not a real town or place in Oklahoma? A. Corn. So is there a town called Corn, Oklahoma? B. Moon. C. Cookie Town. D. Horse Dung. E. Ixel. Spelled capital I, capital I-X-L. I don't know if the capitals or not. I-X-L. Ixel. F. Straight. G. Gay. H. All of these are real Oklahoma towns. There you go. That's a long one. Which one of those is not a real town? Or do you think, if you think they all are, choose the last one. Let's go to question number 6, which is, this is a little bit of a longer one here. On July 5th, 1943, Boise City, Oklahoma was the only U.S. city to be bombed during World War II. Question is, what happened? A. A Japanese aerial balloon burst over the town and dropped its 2 bombs into a farmer's corn silo on the edge of town. B. Escaped German POWs on a military base at the edge of town captured a training howitzer. They fired a half-dozen shells on the city before being killed by base guards. The lone casualty was an injured puppy who ended up losing a leg. C. A United States B-17 bomber mistakenly took the city lights for bombing targets. Or D. This entire story is false. no U.S. towns were bombed during World War II. There you go. Anyway, okay, I won't say anything more. We'll go down the road a little bit here. We got about 46 minutes left. We'll check our answers momentarily. All right, 30 minutes left. We are passing, oh, there we go. Oklahoma City discovered 6 out of 10 in the Sooner State. We're actually matching up the discoveries of our cities with the cities we're delivering to, which is helpful because that way you don't have to remember which of the 10 you've delivered to for the event and stuff like that. So far so good. All the 6 we've visited are the 6 we're making deliveries to or from, so I don't have to remember. I just know if I haven't been to the city, we need to go there for the delivery and for the event, for the delivery, for the achievement, and for the event as well. By the way, we also have $241,000. I might check at the end of the episode here to see if we can buy one of those Volvo trucks, the new Volvos, and hire a driver and put them up in Billings, which would fill up that garage for us, because we want to keep building our trucking empire. It's one of the goals of this episode. Eventually, I'd like to get to point 2 where we can start some experiments like we're doing with Euro Truck Simulator 2. But anyway, let's go to the final 2 answers here. See if you've got 4 out of 4. Can you get it all perfect? The question is, which of the following... Just got to pay attention here a little bit. Okay, exit. Which of the following... Oh, there's a little viewpoint here, too. Which of the following is not a real town in Oklahoma? Corn, Moon, Cookie Town, Horse Dung, IXL, or Ixel, Straight, Gay, or all of these are real Oklahoma towns? The answer is... D. Horse Dung is not a real place in Oklahoma, but all the other places are, including Cookie Town and Moon and Corn and Ixel, IXL. Apparently the Ixel one, they don't really know why it was named that way. It might have been like the initials of people that were there. It could have been like, before it would have been Indian Exchange Land, like an abbreviation for that. But the official story apparently isn't known why IXL is actually a place to live in Oklahoma. So there you go. Let's go to our last trivia question here. On July 5th, 1943, Boise City became the only city in the United States to be bombed during World War II. Was it A, Japanese aerial balloon, B, escaped POWs, C, a B-17 bomber, or D, the whole story's false, no towns were bombed in the U.S. during World War II? The answer is C. Was a U.S. B-17 bomber. Apparently the town's really small. There were like 6 lights or something like that, and it looked like the target lights, so the B-17 bombed the town instead. I don't know if anybody was hurt or not. All I saw was the information, that the fact about the story there, but other than that, the other 2 stories I made up. So there you go. Did you get all 6 trivia questions right? How did you do? Don't feel bad. A lot of times people post and they say, I got 1 or 2 right. I mean, the questions are pretty random, and some of the distractors are pretty distracting, I would think, as well. And this is one long traffic light. There we go, finally. But we're gonna go in now up ahead. There's a parking lot up ahead. We've got looks like a viewpoint to check out. And then I noticed there's a little mechanic back there. We can get our 7% damage fixed up before we head back on down the town on the ways a little bit. Looks like I can pull in here. Whoops. Turn our blinker on, see if we can do the right on red correctly. Let's try that. But yeah, we'll go here and get our truck fixed up. We'll go check out the viewpoint. So we'll see when we get to the viewpoint. But I'm curious to how many did you get right? Don't feel bad if you didn't get many right, because we can't go in that way? What the heck? Why not? It's got X's there. I want to go in this way maybe? But yeah, don't feel bad if you got 1 or 2. It's really common to not do that well on these things. And again, they are pretty distracting and random and stuff too. But I would be curious to hear how everybody did. So post down below what you thought, which was the hardest one, which was the easiest one. Where did I fool you? That looks like repair down here. Excellent. And I think we'll get gas while we're here too. We're 2/3 full, but might as well. Okay. I'll see you in a minute. Alrighty, here's our viewpoint. I'm guessing this is probably going to be Oklahoma City, right? That would make the most sense here. I don't know what else this could be here. Key to stop our engine. Let's see what we got. We've got 5 out of 10, half of the can-do achievement. So this is a 5th one here. Oklahoma City, and we're here in the daytime. Yes, if you've been watching, you know that we usually get here at night for one of these things. This is a good one to see in the daytime too, because it'd probably be a little bit dark and not that impressive at night. But I've actually been to Oklahoma City. I went to a conference there about 10 years ago. It was a real fun time too. So I've had pleasant memories from Oklahoma City. Here, this is the bridge that we passed on the very first day we were in Oklahoma. Apparently, that's an artwork of the state bird. And offhand, I forget the name again, too. But thank you for the poster who mentioned that, too. But that looks kind of cool. I like that. And that brings us to the end of that. We've got a few minutes to go here before we get to our final location. So not very far, I think. Here we are. Central Civil Works with their backhoe loader. Pull in here. I hope we get a 90. I mean, the tandem trailer one there back there, I like to back up. If you're not familiar with the series, I really like the challenge of backing up. And I have as a rule that when the truck's moving, it's always first-person view. So I stay in the truck to do that. 90, excellent, good. That's what I was hoping for. Ooh, wow, this looks kind of tricky because it looks like we cannot drive past it that way. So we're going to have to go all the way around and back around the corner and stuff. Wow, I've not parked in a place in this footprint before. So this looks like it's going to be kind of fun. I think the strategy is going to be to pull down here close to this side here on these trucks and then pull forward so we can back up at it. So we'll want to come this way because whoops, what did I hit? Nothing. I'm okay. Okay, well, fine. We'll back up here and sort this out. It's a little bit of an imaginary boundary there, too. I was cutting it pretty close anyway. I get that. All right, let's go over this way. This should sort it out. And I think what I'll do is... Yeah, I think what we can go is we can do this, right? We can come down here and try to get the trailer so it's pointed back along the way there. If not... Yeah, we can do it. We'll just have to go past this a little bit. It'd be a little bit of a blind backup, but I think we can do it. Once we get straight, we should be good. So if we get over here a little bit, that should get the trailer mostly straight, I think. Look like that. Nope, not quite yet. Okay. So we're going to have to go past. We have to kind of do this anyway, I think. We'll just go past it here a little bit, and that should give us a better angle for this. And now I think what we're going to have to do is off the blind side here is back. But once we get going straight, we should be good here. So the tricky part is going to be using the mirror to go back and get straight enough going down that side. And then if we can, we should be able to hopefully see the spot as we get close to it here. But let's pop our mirrors up here and get her going backwards. This should be challenging, I think, actually. I think we're too tight on it, right? We're going to hit that edge. Maybe we can adjust before we get there. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Now this way. I'm hoping we can see the place to back it in at some point. But yeah, that's a good start. I'm happy with the start. Maybe okay. But the spot was way in the back, too. Gotta straighten her out. We're scraping a little bit here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's kind of my fault. I think I'm going to need to straighten this out, for sure. But where is our spot? Can I see it back here? Yeah, we're kind of messed this up. Where do we park it? I'm a little confused. Is it on the other side? We made this way harder than we needed to? The red flag is right behind where we are, the little parking zone. Why is there nothing flashing here? Unless it doesn't show up in the photo mode here, I don't see it. That's weird. I'll see if I can drive around, but I've not had this happen before. That's kind of nuts. Yeah, I don't see a parking spot anywhere here. It looks like from the flag it should be right behind us, where those kind of trash container, recycling containers are. But I don't see any sort of place to park. I might register if we were to back it up there, but it looks like the spot where we're supposed to back it up actually already has containers there. So I'm guessing that it's probably just some kind of a bug with this spot. So we'll just go turn this in, which is kind of a bummer. I mean, I hate to destroy the car and pay money for no reason, but let's try. Yeah, because that's right where we were, and there's no signal for it. But oops, I pressed the enter by mistake too. We skipped the parking. Anyway, that's okay. It's odd. I felt like we should have gotten that. But oh well, what can you do? Anyway, $5,775, inching our way towards level 29. We do have $245,000. I'm going to wait till the next episode to get a truck for our new base though. Thanks so much for tuning in. Let me know how you did in the trivia down below. We'll see you in the next episode. Take care, everybody. Bye.